Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Mercy and this is Freelance Culture. So today I am going to talk about how to write an article and like what really is an article and what an article entails. In my previous video I mentioned about being a freelancer and making videos on how to make money online, and one of them is by writing articles, of which that is what I do most of the time, all the time, and some other academic writing. But today I am going to be talking about how to write an article. So without wasting time, let's get into it. So what's an article? Before you even think of writing an article, you ask yourself, what is an article? An article is a published piece of paper or news or blogs or something published in magazines that it targets a large audience. It's meant to reach a lot of people. That is simply what an article is. So the next thing is how to write an article. You can just not stand up today and say, I'm going to write an article. Yes, you can, but there are some things that you need to know before you start writing an article. So what does an article entail? Number one, it should have a title or a topic. Before you decide today that you're going to write an article, you should have a title or a topic, and that title should something catchy, something that when I Google something in my phone or it catches my eye, some can have curiosity and click onto it and start reading it or watching it. So your article title should be catchy. That is what it is. There are some things that you should consider while writing your title, of which if I'm going to talk about everything in this video, it will be very long. So next time I'm going to go deep down and talk about the title in details. Number two, don't worry, I've written some notes so I don't leave anything outside. So number two is that you should have a target audience. When you're writing an article, you just don't write an article. You're targeting some people. The audience are very important because these are the people you are writing for them. So you should know your target very well. If it's kids, if it's millennials, it is people of certain age, you should really know what audience you are looking for, so that you can have an engagement, so that you can give advice or suggestions or anything in your piece. The third thing, after you've identified your topic and your audience, is researching now for the title that you've chosen. Researching is wide and people do them in different ways, but what I'm going to tell you is, when researching, you can choose the first 5 or 6 top searches on Google, read all of them and make some points, write some points down. Many people do it differently, but for me, I usually split my computer into two. Then this other part is when I'm writing my rough copy, and this other part is the research section. So, and while researching for it, I write down the key points, what I'm really looking for, what I really want to talk about. You should note the statistical part of it. Let's say, for example, you're writing about cooking ugali. You cannot just say put water in a sufuria and wait for it to boil and then you put the flour and cook. No, we want to know, like, how many people are you cooking for? Be specific in what you're looking for. You can use quotes to the related topic. Then definitions. Definitions are also important because they'll make you stick to the point. These things, you will not go out of the topic when you have your definitions right. And then stories. When you're researching for it and you see there is a very good story that someone has told already, you can link that story and let people know about it. There is other many important things that you can write while researching. So that is some of it, and those are the most important points. While researching also, you make sure that you have your subtopics or and other topics that are under the subtopics that you're going to write. That is when you draw your outline. That is when you draw your outline when doing your research. You will know that this will be part of the body, this will be part of introduction or anything. Just make sure you don't leave anything out. Then number 4 is coming up with the outline. Now you have done your research, the outline is the next thing that you're going to have. An outline has a title there. That is the first thing that an outline has. It has the title. You write your article. Number 2 is the introduction. Number 3 is body. Number 4 is conclusion or final words. People call them different things, but it's just conclusion. So the title part, you write it. The introduction is when writing an introduction for an article, that is the very crucial part of it, because a lot of people bounce from reading an article if your introduction isn't that good enough. So in my next video, I'm also going to talk about how to write these introductions very well, how to maximize the chances of people not bouncing out of your article when they just clicked on it. If your title is very good, they will try to read it. If you don't make the introduction very well, they will not read it. So after introduction, the body part. The body now is what carries all the information, all the important information of the article. This is now where you tell people what it really entails. That is where you have your subheadings, and you can have other subheadings and headings. In my next video also, when I'm going to dig deep on introduction, titles and the body, that is when I will tell you how to use the H1, H2, H3, H4 in your articles. The last part is the conclusion. The conclusion is the part when you tell people like, what are you talking about? So is there a recommendation that you would like to recommend? Is there something you prefer over the other? Is there an advice that you're going to give us? This is where now you tell us your final thoughts about what you're writing about. After you've written all that down, your outline, that is now the next step is typing it, doing a rough copy. So this rough copy, when doing it, you just type it. You don't care about whether you're making spelling mistakes, whether you're mixing it up. No, just write it as your thoughts flow until the end. By the time you are doing your outline, you already know what you're going to write in each and every part of the article. So coming up to the draft that you're writing, you just flow. Write the title, write the introduction, write the subheadings, and come and fill it up. Write everything until conclusion. Then after that, that is when you come back, read it loud, correct the spelling mistakes, any mistakes that you've done. Make sure that you read it loud so that you can hear yourself. When you hear yourself reading it, that is when you notice that, oh, this part doesn't have to be like this. I've made some errors, and you can correct them. And also, you can switch paragraphs, you can switch subtopics, because the topics that carry a lot of weight, that the main idea should come first rather than those that are just light. You can rearrange them now when you're doing your final copy. There are some tools that you can use also, like, let's say Grammarly. I use Grammarly a lot because I like to just make sure that my grammar is okay, and the passive and active voices, anything. So it's really important to read your piece loudly so that you can see if you've made any mistakes. Now that is the end of it. That is how you write your article. So in my next video, guys, I am going to explain to you now. I'm going to focus on the outline, the title, introduction, body, and conclusion, so that you've seen somewhere people saying how to write a killer introduction, how to nail your introduction. Those are the things that I'm going to talk about in my next video, so that you just don't write a flat content. In the body, you have to write information, and I'm going to show you how to do that, how to come up with your subheadings, I'm going to also talk about the H1s, H2s, H3s, H4s. And also guys, if you're really a beginner or a newbie in this industry, I'm very sure you do not understand the term. Someone could be telling you about keywords. Someone could be telling you about search engine optimizations. Someone could be telling you about the snippets, and you really don't know what those terms mean. And you guys tell me if I should start by explaining to you those terms, or I just go right into what I've said I will do in my next video. Go down in the comment section and tell me which video should come first, and I will do it. Thank you so much guys for watching this video until this far. If you reach here, thank you, and I love you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and support me. That is only how you can support me, so that I can get motivated and do more videos like this. Also like it, share with your friends. So until next time, goodbye.